Welcome to LIV Magazine. Today in Coquitlam, here in Vancouver, I'm sitting down with Anita Tiernan.
Tiernan.
I thought it was Tiernan. Tiernan. Jesus Christ, I got to change that in my phone. Jesus. Anita, thank you for having me. It's been many months of planning, but you are like a moving bullet.
Yes.
I don't know, you between Kelowna, Vancouver, Victoria, here, you travel, you were just recently in Peru. You're always on the road.
Always on the road.
How do you manage that in your life?
I don't know. I love it. Always go. Very driven. Mm-hmm. My Peru trip was actually a personal trip. So
very nice.
I decided that I was going to take one personal trip a year. Mm-hmm. So that was Peru and Bolivia in May. But I just got back from a buying trip from China and Thailand.
Very nice.
Off to Germany.
Yay!
Your home country.
Yes.
Off to Germany in February.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm going to go home to Ireland for Christmas to see my parents and my family. So, all go.
So, Muse Merchants it's been almost 50 years, right? How that Gert started the company here. And you've been with the company for
10.5 years.
What's the biggest shift you have seen when it comes to style and economy and markets between then and now?
Oh my gosh, so much change. So yeah, Gert started Scan Designs 50 years ago. It'll be 50 years next year, so there'll be big celebrations next year. And he set up Muse and Merchant in 2012, and then I came on board in 2015. Mm-hmm. Changes in style and market and economy, it's always like this, always like
and
this.
And fast-paced, I assume.
So it's such fast pace. Like when COVID hit, we were thinking, okay, this is a bit worrying. Yeah. It was our busiest time. Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was not normal, but it's good. What's most important to me, and I've learned this from Gert as well, is we bring in quality furniture, but we don't mark it up like crazy. So we have very good pricing, and our customers know that for years. Yeah. So they know that they're coming into this store and they're getting that quality at a very good price, and that's what's keeping us very strong. Yeah,
I actually think there's like when times are up and down, or when they were down, and I've spoken to many, like the Scandinavian Muse Merchant family is very, like we go a long time back. You guys have always been driving and pushing forward and driving in the market, having great relationships, great products, between accessory on the walls, between little niglets that I brought from piglets that I brought back from Kelowna. You guys just, where do you find this stuff? Like, when you go through the countries, you just like, oh, I love this and this would be great? Because you're the main buyer, right?
I'm the main buyer for Muse and Merchant. So I came from a store in Ireland called Meadows and Burn, and they're like the Crate and Barrel of Ireland. So they had 15 stores. So I worked with them for 2.5 years, and the CEO and my old boss, they threw me into the deep end, and I learned so much from them. So when I came back to Canada in 2015 and Gert hired me, I did have a lot of that experience when it came to textiles and accessories and stuff like that. So the shows that I go to in Germany, for example, a lot of the textile suppliers are out there. Mm-hmm. So I did textiles in university. In
Ireland?
In Ireland, yeah.
Cool.
So my love and passion first came from textiles. So I love working with fabrics, with color, with texture. The furniture design came after that. Mm-hmm. And then what I've learned from Gert as well over the last 10 years is the furniture, like really getting into the depth and the quality and the love of furniture. So yeah, a lot of my textiles are from India. Mm-hmm. So and you mentioned gaining relationships with suppliers. I think that's one huge strength I have, my personality.
You have a big personality.
I do have a big personality, but it's gaining those relationships with suppliers and working with them and having these amazing relationships. And I love it. And it's not like putting on a mask or, it's working with these people, learning what works for them, what works for me. And I know that's why I'm so strong in that, because it's just gaining those relationships. When I go out to these shows, when I go out to Thailand or China or Malaysia or Vietnam, it's so exciting to see these people. It's interesting, I was just at High Point in North Carolina and I really noticed this. I'm like, it was just such excitement seeing people that I haven't seen in maybe a year or whatever, and that's so important.
When you go to Thailand, now culturally, they are fairly quiet people. Now, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You walk in and Anita's here. I'm sure like at the airport there already. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotta get ready here.
Yeah.
Like that's probably, and your accent. Like how cool is that?
Yeah, and I'm here 17 years.
That's
and
incredible.
I still sound like I'm fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the store a lot, and I'm out in the store, and customers come in, and they're, oh, you're Irish, and I'm like, yeah. A lot of people that I came over here with 17 years ago, their accent got a lot softer, more of a Canadian accent. No, and I love it. Like I love my accent, and I'm quite loud.
Yeah, you are. You are. You are, and so am I.
Yeah.
Like we actually, like literally, when I walk in here every single time, like I'm yelling, yelling. We're on two different ends of the showroom.
Yeah.
But you did an incredible job here to laying it out, and you did this in Victoria, you did this in Kelowna, you did it here in Langley. Like, how do you manage all these people and styles together? Like, how do you plan for that?
I don't know. It just kind of happens naturally. And the other stores, like there's amazing managers, amazing staff. For many, many years, I would travel a lot to the stores. It's quieting down a little bit now that I don't have to go out there because managers and the merchandisers out in the stores know my thought process and when I buy furniture in, how I want to merchandise it. So a lot of the time now I go out to Kelowna or I go over to Victoria and the store is like, yes, they got it. They know how I want to do it and it looks so strong. But a lot of the time, like many years ago, I would go over to Victoria for 4 days and they would see me and they were like, here she is. And it'd be all hands on deck for 4 days. We would revamp the whole store. I would try and teach them like my visualization of what I want. But the whole look of Muse and Merchant, it just happens naturally.
So Gert put a lot of trust in you then and give you free range to just say, make this a success.
Yeah.
And you have.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible. We were talking about this earlier, like when it comes to builders, developers, like the style even that you have in here is actually very European to me at the end. Like we were talking about the Empress Hotel, like the furniture you have, not that it is old, but it has that beautiful style, leather, like I actually, as a matter of fact, I have a Muse and Merchant sofa.
Yeah.
Leather sofa.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. It's my most favorite sofa I sit on. So.
Well, I'm working with a stylist at the moment and she said to me, she was like, when I walk into Muse and Merchant, she said, I smell leather. I smell sophistication. I see sexy New York vibes.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yale Town, like that whole
I was like,
bricks.
I love this, you know. Very, very eclectic, very different. I go to so many furniture stores and get inspiration and see what's going on. And then I come back into my store and I'm like, oh, we're like, this is pretty cool. Like I'm proud of myself. Yeah, what I've accomplished.
Very well done. But you are an incredible person. And I'm saying that not loosely, because I just recently found this out. Every Monday, you volunteer with hospice.
I do.
That is incredible. And I imagine that's hard. How? Why? How did this started?
Well, my whole life, I never got involved in volunteering. The last 7 years has definitely been a roller coaster ride for me on a very personal journey. I'm 42 now and I feel like I'm really just starting my life again. Very tough 7 years, but amazing. It may be the person I am today, 100%. So during COVID, I wanted to get involved, was coming out of COVID, I wanted to get involved in some type of volunteering. And I started doing Seva, which is volunteering for the Punjabi community. So I was serving food on the downtown east side to like 500 meals at the weekend. So I started cooking at the Gurdwara and cooking food.
Like that's every Sunday, isn't it?
That was every Sunday, yeah. So every Sunday, so I would be up at 5 a.m. going to the Gurdwara, and it's like crazy white Irish lady at the Gurdwara again.
You stood out, probably.
Gaining those relationships, yes. And it was amazing, and it was the feeling of doing something for someone but not expecting anything in return, and doing it from the goodness of my heart and not looking for appreciation or anything, just doing it, and it really filled my heart. So about a year and a half ago, someone mentioned to me, I really think you could do hospice, like you could be there for the patients. And I was like, and Gert, for example, he's like, I don't know about this, Anita. I'm worried. Like, he's very protective over me. He's like my Canadian father or Danish father. And he's like, I don't know about this. I was like, no, I think it's something that I want to do. So I did my training in Peace Arch Hospice last February. So that was a month-long training every week, and it was pretty full on. And then I went to Peru and Bolivia in May, and then in June I started. And I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll do like once a month. The first day that I went into hospice, it was a 2-hour shift. And the first day that I went in, there's 15 rooms, patients obviously in every room. And my job is to go in and sit with the patient and just chat with them, see if there's anything that they would like. And I'll never forget that first day. I left hospice and I came out to my car and I sat there, and it just hit me. I was like, this is what I should be doing. I remember in my training, the counsellor said to me, when you go into hospice, you leave your baggage at the door. So you take off your baggage, your problems from that day or the week, you leave them at the door and you open your heart to these patients. And that's the one thing that really stuck. So when I walk through that door, I leave everything and I completely open my heart. There's no ego, there's no anger, it's just compassion. And you know, I sit with patients and we laugh and we joke, and it's me, it's my energy, and it's so amazing. Like, down through the months, I go in, it's like, oh, it's Monday, Anita's here, and I've gained relationships with a lot of patients who have now passed, and they've been my angels for a month, and talking about death and talking about life. And you know, I can't properly explain in words, but it's been life-changing
for you,
for me.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
I'm admiring that. I know, because I couldn't do this, and I admire that for people that can. In Kelowna, to be confronted, we all know we're gonna die, but like to be confronted there and having that, like that would hit me pretty hard. I would cry probably a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, the strength that I have in there, and it's amazing.
And then you come to work on Tuesday and like, all right,
and I'm so like I'm
fulfilled.
I'm so fulfilled, but it's interesting because I can come into work and, you know, I'm the big scary boss lady, and sometimes
Who says that?
Who says that? But I come in and sometimes my ego gets the better of me, and I'm like, boom, 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 you know, and I'm like, and then little moments I'm like, Anita, bring it back, you know. So it's teaching me so much during the week, and, you know, it's quietening my mind down.
I think I want to say I know you about, like, know you probably like 3 years, roughly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we know of each other, but we like roughly 3 years. And I have to admit, in those 3 years, we met, we had a little fallout. You remember?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little fallout.
Even between then and now, like you're right, you grew quite excessively and extensively from where you were a pretty wild cannon. I mean, maybe you still are. I'm sure there's people who still say that. But then when it comes to growth, like I can say that actually nicely to see, like I'm enjoying who you are becoming, and I'm very much looking forward to see who you are going to be. It's very fascinating, very beautiful.
There's a lot of shifts happening for sure, and definitely in Muse and Merchant for the last 10 years, I have a big energy and I'm out there gaining relationships with suppliers, but it's so interesting. In the last year or even the last 6 months, there's been this shift where, like, I know my self-worth today, and I love myself today. And
awesome.
There's a shift happening where, for example, this interview, I don't think I would have done this a few years ago. Like, I don't think I would have sat here a few years ago.
As a matter of fact, you said no very firmly.
Very quietly, there's this beautiful shift happening where I'm starting to gain more relationships with people, and there's things happening, there's things growing, even in the last few weeks here, and it all happened very naturally. I've gained a new relationship with someone, and I won't get into it too much now, but there's a lot of exciting things happening for Muse and Merchant in 2026. And it's so interesting how it all happened so naturally and in a very humble way. I'm like, yeah, it's all happening for just naturally and good.
But isn't it, how is the saying goes, the way you see, no, how do you say it? The way,
I know what you're trying to say, yeah.
You know, how you look at things are the way you look at things.
Yeah.
Or something like that, where it really goes, like if you change the way you see things, the things you see change. Yeah. And that would actually be very similar to what you were just describing. What a great experience. So what do you do privately? Like when you're done with hospice, which again, hard. When you're done looking after all these stores, what do you do when you go home to decompress?
I absolutely love working out. I love going to yoga, Pilates. I'm with Kavala Yoga Studio now in White Rock, and it's a very close-knit community. So I've gained a lot of friendships there as well.
It's a beautiful community.
It's a really beautiful community, and you know, I meet my friends, go for walks. I have a beautiful friend, Jen, who just lives down the road from me, and we walk every Monday with her dog, and we do a big 2-hour walk. So
2 hours?
A 2-hour walk, yeah, before I go to hospital. So my life is quiet, outside of the craziness of work, and that's okay. Like, that's peaceful for me. Like, I live by the ocean in White Rock, and I do spend quite some time on my own at the weekends, and it used to be very, very difficult, but now I'm my own best friend as well. So
I think when you've turned 40, it's like you're like, who fucking cares? You just like, I am who I am. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, like I'm in book club, so I meet a group of women like every month, and I'm in book club, and I go for dinners with friends. I love my food. I don't drink anymore, which is interesting.
Yay!
So that's
it seems to become this Muse and Merchant scan design here, because Kendall doesn't do that. Paul is back on the wagon. There's a little bit people, but you're just like everybody. I think it's overall a trend actually to calm this down.
Yeah.
Which is nice, I gotta say.
Yeah, but it's interesting when you reach 40, life definitely started to change.
And opening up actually. I find I love my 40s. I'm almost 40, I am 45. Everything just got better.
Yeah.
Actually, like wine. You just keep aging.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting better, right?
Yeah.
But with Muse and Merchant being where they are today, the plans are what's happening in the future. Where do you see you guys are going to be in?
I can still see us growing. I don't really look ahead. Like I said, there's definitely things happening for 2026, which is very new and exciting for Muse.
I know we get invited. Like there's going to be cool stuff coming out. So stay tuned for that.
There's things happening. So but I just keep doing what I'm doing. I just, my team and my managers in the stores and everyone out there, it's amazing. Like, I want my team to be happy. I always say when I interview people, like, we spend more time with our work colleagues than with our families, and it's so important that you leave at the end of the day at 6 o'clock and that you're happy with your day and that you enjoy yourself. And I said, we work very hard and I work you very hard, but it's so important that you love your job.
Yeah.
And 1 minute I could be, do this, this and this, and I could be big scary Irish lady, and then 5 minutes later I could be hugging you and I'm like, I love you and I appreciate you. So they never know what they're getting.
What they're getting. Loose cannon, yeah.
Loose cannon, but in a good way.
And you know what? You're right. It is a good way, because one of the things I've seen in all of the stores is the longevity of employees.
Yeah.
Like, you guys been around, and this is kudos to Gert as well, for having and finding the right people, making sure they're happy. And he taught you that too, I assume. That you now, like, look around. Like, a lot of people have been here for a long, long time.
He's such a family man, and he's great. Like, it's funny, we've such a funny relationship.
I've noticed.
Funny relationship, but he's such a big part of my heart, and he has guided me through and been there for me. But yeah, he's a very family man, and again, he says the same as me. We work hard, but we enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, and we play hard. Actually, that's the parties that I've heard of, never been there, which hint, party is coming up. Wasn't there a Christmas party? Wasn't there coming one up?
A Christmas party? No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't know.
Well, if there is one, I want to come. But you're right, Gert. Everybody in each market where you guys are at, you guys are all very family. Like even for myself, like I come in here every single time, and it feels like home. Would that be the fair description?
Yeah.
This is what you're trying to achieve.
That's what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, like it's we hired 3 new girls here for our flagship store here in Coquitlam, and I've been observing them the last few weeks, and they're young, like they're in their 20s. There's one girl who's 22, like a baby, and I see the excitement in her and the drive, and it's her first proper job, and like I'm so excited for her, and I want her to grow. I want her to learn. So that's very important as well.
So what you've learned, like giving back and being a mentor, you now want to be mentoring others, like the youth.
Yeah.
Like while we're on this one, if you're looking for people, what are you looking for for the company?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. So I'm only one person, so I'm definitely trying to expand more. So our website is so important, like online, social media, like there's so much opportunity for us to grow more. And it's slowly happening now. I've definitely been managing and being pulled this way and that, and now I'm trying to ground myself. Okay, where do I want to grow here? Okay, do I want to see more people in my marketing and web team? Online presence is so important. Photography is so important. Videos are so important.
It's everything.
It's everything. It's everything.
You just got to be everywhere.
And do you know what? And I was recently saying to Gert, it's the hardest thing is finding those people as well.
Yeah.
It's finding those people. When you find those people who have that passion, who have that drive, it's amazing. You hold on to them, and then you grow with them. You grow with them.
And it's almost like that you guys are like an entire family and community. I'm sure when you go to High Point, there's like, Bob and Jim and hey guys, and you're here, and like, and even in Thailand or like Vietnam, like everywhere, you must have a very extensive family everywhere.
Yeah. And Gert is originally from Denmark. He's Danish. So he came over here 50 years ago. And there's a lot of Danes in the furniture world.
They are.
So when I go out there's a lot of Danish people, and
Why is
I don't know actually. I don't know.
That would explain IKEA technically, because isn't that Danish or what is Sweden? No, that's Swedish.
Sweden,
okay.
Oh my God, I would cut that out.
Yes, I was like, let's not talk about that. Noted. But it is like the Scandinavian overall, they're big in furniture.
Yeah. Big into furniture. So Casper, Gert's nephew, he's like my work husband. So we do, oh, he's amazing. So we do all of our traveling together.
Yeah.
So we have gained such a good relationship as well. He looks after me. I would be walking around like not having a clue what I'm doing. So he looks after me. He keeps me grounded. And he's originally from Denmark as well.
Yeah. Jesus. Why did he never make it the husband if he's already the work husband? It's like, we like it here, we don't like it there. This works just fine.
It's so funny. So many people say to us when we're out traveling, oh, you're a couple. No, we are not a couple. It's so funny.
That's awesome. But it's actually good to have a very good counterpart that where you, especially when you're traveling, and having somebody that you travel with that you actually like as well.
I know.
Like, is this Gert still traveling as well?
He does. He does.
He's still hands-on, eh?
He's still hands-on. He's still going out to all the stores. Like, he's still working 7 days a week. Like, that man, he's unreal. But he was saying to me recently, because he's 50 years next year, he's like, I'm going to go to this show, and I'm going to go to this show, and I'm going to go to this show. I'm like, okay. So he really wants to get out there next year.
Well, once it's in you, you don't want to slow down. You don't want to slow down.
And it's his baby. Like, Scan Designs is his baby. Like, that is his baby. That's his passion. That's his joy. And then I was lucky enough for him to give me the reins of Muse and Merchant 10 years ago. Yeah. And
that's incredible and good for you. And you look at where you took it from where it was to where it is now. Like, even from the sales point of view, you guys probably must have like went apeshit.
Yeah.
Actually, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to the future, I'm very excited to see what's coming up for you. Hopefully, we're gonna do more of these. Yeah. That we're gonna have interesting stories that you can share on trips that you're coming back.
We're very similar in our personalities.
We are
two crazies.
Yeah, a little bit. Hence, that's why we actually maybe had that little fallout, because it was like, what the fuck? like brother and sisters, actually, more than anything. We're like, well, I don't know.
Kurt was like, what's going on between you and Mario? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
And I was like, what? And I was like, what did I do?
I
was like, but then it all worked out.
Yeah.
But no, Anita, thank you so much for having me.
Mario.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.